Guys, this is Sain with the Options Power Team, dominateBinaryOptions.com, and it is the 7th of August 2015, and today is in let's see what you call it, NFP, non-farm payroll. It's usually the first Friday in every month, and it's very high volatility for the markets. So it happens at 8:30 Eastern this morning. So we got a little ways to go till about right in here. 7:30 my time. It's a few hours ago. And the thing is, you have to try to predict what the market's going to do. I'm not going to do any predicting. I'm going to do what I did for the last few months when I was doing silver without the indicator, without anybody's training, anybody's anything. I was simply going into the chart. I was making sure it was set for 15 minutes, making the chart a little smaller, adding a little more time, and looking at where it is. Now here's what I'll do. I'll make it even smaller. Alright. And then we'll change it to 1 hour. So we can go back. Today is the 8th, which is where we are right there. And it's going all the way back to July 28th. As you can see, the trend overall is going down. If we make it a 2-hour chart, again, the trend is going down. It goes up, down, but it's overall trending that direction. So what that tells me, and what it ought to tell you, is when I go back to 15 minutes, right, I'm looking at the chart. Chart peaked up to here yesterday. So what I'm going to do, because I'm only going to make $5,000 worth of trades. Why? Because just like when I was doing 2 trades at 25, right? That equals $50 for the day, and then 5 trades at 25, right? The whole deal. I'm doing 2 trades at 2,500. Tomorrow's the last day. Just discipline, that's all. Do that. Set the alert. That alert will notify me on my cell phone. And then when it goes there, I'll know. Take a trade for a put for the end of the day. Now, normally that's what I would do. But I'm also going to set an alert here at the bottom. Right? Why am I doing that? Because if the NFP is favorable to the dollar, the silver is going to start dropping. If it shows the dollar is weak, silver is going to start raising up. So what I did was set an alert for either way. If that alert goes off at 7:30 in the morning, I will know. Come into my office, get out of bed, come into my office, and take a trade for a call for end of day, because it's not going to stay down there. It's going to go up some. It's going to try to find equilibrium, which is somewhere in here, right? If I get this alert, I'll know that it's moving upwards, and I'll come down here and see if it's continuing to do so. And if it does, that's no problem, but I'll take a trade for end of day going down. First trade will be for 1,000. I'm going to end up with 5 grand total spent today. So I can break it up any way I want to. $1,000, 5 times. That's all I'm going to do today. Or if I get a really good signal for 5 grand, I'm going to take all 5 in one trade, be done for the day. I won't have to sit here but 5 minutes at 7:30 in the morning. I can go back to bed and get up when I feel like it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pause it right now and come back when it's time to make a trade about 7:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, because it might be a little earlier than the NFP, depending on what the market does. So I'll be back shortly. See you in about 6 hours. As you can see, the band has been briefed already before the news has come. Now, it makes sense to me to not trade right now, at least not $1,000. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to place a put trade for today, right? Had to turn that alert off. I'm going to place a put trade for end of day right now, because it is my speculation that silver is moving like it's moving right now, because it's under the impression that the dollar is going to go down, or go up, I should say, and the market makers are buying silver now at 14.76, or they're selling their silver right now knowing that it's going to drive that price down. So I'm going to take a trade right now and see what happens. Okay, let me go to my account here, go to commodities, let's go to silver, and let's make it for the end of the day, and let's make it for 1,000. Put, apply, approve. Okay, and let's go to open positions, and right now it's about even, and we'll see what it does. But again, I'm going to set another alert right now for a considerably higher position. Matter of fact, I'm going to set it for 1,500, because it could easily get to $15 in the next. In the next few hours, if this thing goes crazy. So I'm going to hit that right there, and I'm going to leave it up there. And if it hits it, good. But if it drops down here, I'll know it because I'll get the alert. So I'll be back shortly, guys, later on today. Man, silver is straight clowning, yo. Look at this, it's crazy, huh? And that's before the news. So I took another trade for 1,000. I just hit a, double up and hit 1,000, just because I still believe that this is going to plummet. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to preload the equalizer. This is from yesterday, and that's the trades that won after I lost those 2 trades. And I showed you that video, but I'm going to start over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for 2,000, because that's 2 trades that I put in, 1,000 each. And I'm going to set it for 2. And hit begin. Alright, 1 to 1, set, CODB. We know what that means. That means putting it in the bank and holding it until I win and I get it back. And then I hit 2 to 1, hit set, 6,500. Okay, so my next trade needs to be 6,500, but I'm not going to take that until it hits this line. That's almost $15 an ounce for silver. So when it hits that line, I'll take that next trade, because if you look at that place I put that line, there hadn't been anything come close to hitting that line since what, 3 days ago? Yeah, on the second. And I hit 15 right there. So and before that, when was it? Not anytime soon. So it's safe to say these two places that I have here are good places to place trades, just based on the fact that the market hadn't touched it in a long time. So those are two good places to take another couple trades. 14.9 and 15. Okay, I may take one in the middle too, and I'll make it 14.95. Save. So that's 3 in a row. I've taken 2. This will be 5, which equals my $5,000. But I'm not going to take $1,000 trades. I may just act as if I lost it already and take the trade. So we'll see. But I'm going to pause it right now and come back shortly. We'll see what happens, folks. It's going to be a good day on Friday. Don't tell me not to trade on Friday. Good morning, guys. It's 9:04 a.m. and as you can see, silver's doing a lot of clowning today. Well, it's the news, of course. It's NFP. So it did a little spike here, then it started dropping, then it spiked again. All right. So not a problem, not one problem whatsoever. Because what I did, when I didn't get a chance to put it on video, was I made a third trade for 6,500. All right. So that trade, I got that from here. I loaded the equalizer with $2,000, which is the first 2 trades in the event they lose. It's 1,000 each, because I took them and I doubled it right there, which, you know, I should have been thinking. I wasn't. It was early in the morning. What do you want me to do? So anyway, I wasn't thinking, so I put it in as a double instead of doing $1,000 in here. So I took the $2,000, hit begin, and 1-to-1, hit set, and CODB in case those $2,000 lose. Now, first of all, I have no idea if it's going to lose or not. They could easily fall back down into the 14.81 or the 14.76. 14.7609 is just right in here. They could easily get back in here by the end of the day. Easily. No problem. But in the event they don't, I took a $6,500 trade for end of day by just hitting 2-to-1 here, hitting set, and it gives me $6,500. So at the end of the day, I'll know if that's a win or a loss. If it's a win, I'll hit win. If it's a loss, I'll hit CODB, and tomorrow I'll come back and make that up, because it'll be end of the day and I can't trade any further. So that's what I did, and I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock Central. Hey guys. Peace. As you can see, silver's tripping. It almost hit 15 for that final trade, but if you go back in time, let's just set it for 1 hour. All right, it hadn't hit $15 in a long time. All right, since the 31st of July. So it's trying to, but it won't hit it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to 15 minutes, see where we are. Okay, I could take a trade for put for end today, because there's no way it's going to exceed that 15. And that would cover all of these trades. And it's a simple matter of doing what I just did by loading it for, in case it loses, for 15,406. You know what? I'm going to do it. Even though it didn't hit my point, I don't anticipate it getting much higher than that by the end of the day. So I'm going to let it go up just a little bit more. It's starting to trend down now. So what I should do, I'm going to open up my indicator again and see what it tells me. As one more piece of confirmation. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay, right now it's not telling me to do anything. I just opened it to do anything really about silver. That's gold. So let's see. Let me look at silver. Yeah, it's showing an uptrend, but it's already above the Bollinger Band. It's not going to work. It's going to struggle getting too much higher than that Bollinger Band. That's the breakout that started here. It went down, and it hadn't shown a breakout going up. So, I don't know. Tell you what, I'm not going to do anything hasty because that's a $15,000 trade. When it breaks that line, I'll take it, but not until. So I'm going to pause until we see what happens. Just broke it. And I just got an alert on my phone. Just broke it. Now it's time to act. So I go here for end of day, 10,000, which is all I can do per trade. Put, apply, approve, and then I do the other one, which will be other trade, which will be the, where is it? Come on. Oh, there we go. Will be the 5,406. So now I do 5,406. Put end of day, apply, approve. All right. So I got both of those in. So if they continue in the drop, which looks like they might for the end of day, all of that's going to get made up. And just those trades alone, $27,730.80 will be made. Now let's add this all up. Everything that's out there. We've got 2,000 plus 6,500 plus 10,000, no, 15,406 equals $23,906. But if these two, which is basically one, win, which is $27,730.80, that will put $3,824 in my pocket after getting all of this back. So we'll see. See you at 3.
And we're back, and I got here a little late. It's 3:05 right now. I was trying to get back as fast as possible, but I couldn't make it back fast enough. But as we can see from the expired positions for today, well, let's talk about what we did first. Let's just start there. We started today with two $2,000 trades. And then after, the market started moving a lot, as you can see, it did a lot of moving later in the day. It went down a little bit, then it zoomed all the way up to $15 an ounce, which, as I said, it was probably going to get there and keep, going down. So by the time it got to the end of the day, what I ended up with was the two big trades that I put to cover all of my trades. That was this big trade and that big trade to cover those two. In the event the two lost, I made that trade. And then I said, if that one loses, I'm going to take this trade, which will cover all of this and this, and come up with a big number. Well, that big $15,406 trade which I had to split, because they don't let you make but $10,000 trade at a time. So I had to do one for 10,000 and one for 5,406. Well, that trade won. 5,406 won, made $9,730.80. A $10,000 trade won, which put $18,000 in. And we got the $6,500 trade. It won, which was 65, made 11,700. All right, but I only lost one trade today, and that's the first $1,000 trade I made. So I won one of the thousands, which gave me another $1,800. Okay, now that shows how much I put in the market and shows what the results were. So now I'm going to go to the equalizer. Okay, we've got all these numbers here. Now let me I wrote it all down so you can see it and it makes sense. Okay. I had two trades of 1,000. This is the capital I put into the market. 2,000 were the first two trades. Then a 6,500, which was to cover these two if they lost. And then a 15,406 to cover all of this if all of this lost. Right? So technically 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, 5 total. But it was supposed to be 1 and then to cover that one. It still would have been 5, but it's only 5 because you couldn't do one big $15,406 trade because they only allow you to do 10 grand max on this particular broker. So that means $23,906 was the capital I used to create income. The gross profit, because I won all of them except one, that one $1,000 trade, made me $41,230.80 gross, minus the $23,906, made a $17,324.80 net profit on the day, not the month, not the year, not the 8-hour day, but the time it took me to make all those trades till I started making this video. So however long this video is approximately how long it took me to make over 17 grand a day. Again, folks, if you're not using the binary options pad, the optionsequalizer.com, if you're not using this, you're not making this. Because what you would have done was taken $2,000, you taken the first trade 1,000, second trade 1,000, third trade 1,000, fourth trade 1,000. Wouldn't even been a fifth trade. And however many you lost, you just chalk it up. Right? And I know what you do. I know what everybody does. That's what we do. But the options equalizer allows you to make money even when you lose. 1, 2 of those trades, out of all 5 of those trades, only one of them lost. But all three of these could have lost, and I would have made profit. According to this, I would have made, however much at the end of the day, because I didn't add that up because I won all those other trades. But I set it up in the event I lost all of them except this one. Now, this is big money using a big account. Drop all these numbers back a couple of decimals and you can decimal points and you can get the same exact results. The same exact results, because all I used today was NetDania to tell me, I set alerts, you saw that, right? I used the options equalizer by preloading it tricking it into believing I had already lost when I hadn't. And I used the power indicator, which again gave me confirmation as to what was going to happen before it happened. When I was here, I took my first trade because it was a double signal telling me it was going to be a reversal, and it did. And then because of the news, when it hit here, bam! And it kept telling me take trades. I could have taken 15-minute trades every time I saw an arrow, but I didn't. But when it got here at $15, right there is the same place that happened, telling me there's going to be a put reversal. That's when I took the bigger trades for the end of day, because a big reversal means it's going to keep going. And I just missed by a little bit winning the last trade. So it would have been a 100% profit day. Okay, 90%, big deal. All right. So that's what we do, folks. And all of that money, regardless of the tools, all of that money is responsible due to the Options Equalizer. Go to theoptionsequalizer.com. Then I will give you the indicator for free. Training in my back office of our Facebook secret group. And you're off to the races. So, with that being said, it was a great high news day, a great profit day, and hopefully a great training day for you. And until we see each other again, have a great weekend. And as always, imparting peace.